Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's little Minnie in her box bed. Today we're doing You Build Hamstrings. We're going to need a mat and something to hold on to. We're going to do 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest intervals again, just 10 rounds. We're going to focus 5 exercises on one side and then switch and do the other side. Now for the first exercise, we're going to do a staggered deadlift. You can hold on with one hand, and we're going to keep our back leg as a kickstand just to help us balance. All we're doing is coming down with as straight a leg as you can. You can have a micro bend, and then we're going to use our hamstring and glute to come back up. Now if you want to lift that leg, it's going to intensify, and maybe you don't want to use any hands and really intensify that. Now the key is to keep a flat back as you're coming down and up. Don't curve, don't arch, and keep your hips square. Okay, so it's easy to kind of turn your hip out. Don't do that. Keep your hips square, come down and up. This one's slow and controlled to start. Are you ready? So if you want to use your balance, you can. So you're coming down and up, keeping the weight in the heel so that you can really push down into the ground and feel the entire back of the leg engaging. If you prefer to just use that leg on the ground at the back, just come down and up, and maybe you're not coming all the way. Maybe you're just coming to here and then up with a nice flat back, leaning forward, pushing through that heel to engage. So sometimes not doing the balance challenge is actually harder because it gives you more focus into the target muscle group. Down and up. Try to keep even weight on either side of your foot. Okay, now we're just going to come into a hamstring curl position. So you're going to have the weight in the front leg. You're going to curl up and extend. It's up and in and back down. Up and in, out and down. So you're lifting first and in, out and down. You can have a little bit of a turnout in the hip if that feels good to you. Once again, just for balance. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe take one hand off. If you want to challenge yourself further, maybe take the other hand off. But once again, as I said before, it's not about the balance, it's about that hamstring. So if you want to come all the way down like this, you can even do that. Up and squeeze, out and down. Up and squeeze, out and down. We're kneeling next. Up, squeeze, squeeze, out and down. Last one in. Come to a kneeling position. We're going to push out of our shoulders. Bring that leg in. You can have a slight turnout, and we're just going to pulse the heel in, in. So squeeze your glute. In. And if you prefer to be down on your elbows, you can do that. Some people prefer that. I like to be up on my wrists. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Imagine you've got that Pilates ball there and you are pulling that heel close to your butt. Try not to slouch, pushing out of those shoulder blades. Should be feeling a nice burn there now in the booty as well. Come on, 10 seconds, and then we're laying all the way down onto our front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay all the way down. We're going to keep our upper body nice and relaxed, flex our feet, and we're doing those hamstring curls again. It's up and in, out and down, up and in, out and down. So now, with that floor so close, the range of motion is a lot less, and you really need to focus. You can come all the way down if you like. This is all about the hamstring and the glute, so don't worry about what your upper body's doing so much. Just relax it. Up and in, out and down. You're just tapping your toes and then coming straight back up. The other leg, even though we're not working it, it's still active. We're going to flip around and do a glute bridge with our heel up next. So flip around, don't worry if it takes you a few seconds. I want the back leg bent, the same leg we've been working is more extended, and we're going to do a glute bridge. So I really want you to have the majority of the weight in the heel of the further extended leg. Keep your hips square. Maybe you're up on the toe of the other leg to kind of signal to your body that that's not where we're putting the majority of our weight. And we're tucking our hips up and in, up and in. Relaxing through the upper body. Squeeze, squeeze. Really try and put that weight in the heel and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the underside of the glute. We're up again after this, and we're doing the other side with those hinged deadlifts, single leg deadlifts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So help yourself up. Maybe you're using your bar, maybe you're doing it freestyle. Other leg is in front. And we're coming down, and we're coming up. We're coming down, and we're coming up. So weight is in the heel. I am bending through my knee, but I'm really trying to push, push, push into my heel in order to really feel my hamstring. If you're doing the kickstand version, and it's up. Squeeze and keep the majority of the weight in that front leg. Remember, hips are square, don't turn out. All the way down and up, up, up. Come on. Flat back. And squeeze up through the back of the leg. And up. Nice job. So we're switching the leg that's in front. You choose how you want to have your upper body. We're bringing our flexed heel in and down. It's up and in, out and down. Up and in, out and down. Maybe you're further up here, and that might limit your range of motion for your leg. You can have a slight turnout in the hip, that's fine. Out and down. Up and in, out and down. Keep your back nice and flat. Deep breaths here. So bringing that heel in as close as you can to that glute. That's where that hamstring is activating. Squeeze, squeeze, and down. We're in that kneeling position next. And last one, nice job. So come down into a kneeling position, all fours. Bring that heel in. Slightly turn out if you want, and pulse the heel to your butt. Push out of those shoulder blades. Back is flat, neck is long. Pulse and pulse. You should really be feeling this now. Imagine that imaginary ball there that you're pulsing into with your heel every time. Come on. No slouching. Lying down on our tummies next. Keep your hips square and parallel towards the floor. It's easy to kind of really want to dump into your back leg. Don't do it. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. So all the way down, relax through the upper body. Keep both legs really nice and active. Flex your feet, and it's the same thing. It's up and in, out and down. Up and in, out and down. So squeeze those glutes, bring the heel in close. Squeeze, squeeze, and down. Up and in. Don't forget about the other leg. Just keep it flexed. Breathe in, out as your heel comes to the glute. Up and in. 10 seconds. Come on, you can do it. Second last exercise. 3, 2, and 1. And guess what? Last exercise on your back. That same leg that we were just working, you're going to flex that foot, dig your heel in, and we're going to come up and down. Now, if you want to, once again, come up on the back toe. You're lifting both your hips at the same time. You're slightly tucking. Now, you have to play with the distance that your extended leg is away from your butt. You might need to bring it in a little bit more to feel it more. So dig into that heel, really lift and tuck through the hips. Hold for that split second at the top and squeeze the underside of the glute. Nearly done. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push and squeeze. Push and squeeze. Push into the heel and squeeze your glutes. Push and squeeze. And last one. Amazing job. You're probably going to need a nice stretch through those hamstrings. So either do that if you're finishing here, or add on one of my other U-Build workouts for a total body challenge. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.